I'm optimist. I'm a life optimist. I believe that Central Eastern Europe has a good future. I think already 30 years ago, it proved by Velvet revolutions, by the huge transformation that happened in the region, that it is a region which can absorb new changes, new challenges, and grow with the new challenges. The new challenges are different from the ones 30 years ago. Now it is much more about these societies to be able to move towards innovative societies, to create new, I would say, visions for the societies which are not linked to integration with the EU or NATO, because this is already done. So the new vision has to be about how to create modern societies which would be able to compete globally, but which would also be good members of the European family. And I think this is a challenge. I believe that Central Eastern Europe will succeed, but it will be quite a lot of work to be done. Well, innovation or innovative ecosystem is obviously a complex issue because it's not only about this or that sector or this or that part of society. It's really about creating a certain continuum in terms of creating opportunity for people to develop new ideas, to be able to implement those new ideas. We have to have policies which would allow them to grow and to succeed. For example, when I was Minister of Economy, I think one of the successes that I would say I had was that we were able to, at the governmental level, to adopt a strategy of Slovakia for support of innovation and startups. So, for example, we created a new type of company, so-called simple joint venture company, which is de facto a €1 form of a venture company firm, which can be established very quickly, cheaply, without too much bureaucracy, which is very important for entrepreneurs not to spend too much time worrying about different administration and bureaucratic issues. Yeah, education is at the core of creating pro-innovative society, I would say. I think one thing which was lost during the 30 years, at least initial 20 years, and maybe there are a few things which were good even in the previous regime. And I think what was relatively good was a close connection between the enterprises and education. Of course, at that time, enterprises were state-owned, so it was all part of one system. But I think what we are now doing, and what was done also when I was in the government, was re-establishing or creating so-called vocational training system. Because one of the things you see and hear today from entrepreneurs is that young people who come out of the schools, they have maybe good theoretical knowledge, but very little practical knowledge, and they are kind of useless for the new employers. So this vocational education element and creating a way how to connect education with the enterprises, with the real economy is a very important part of what has to happen. Huge amount of work which has to be done there. We also have to make sure that education is closely connected to commercialization, to making sure that young people can then move to become entrepreneurs, to have their own startups, to be able to create the companies, to drive the new ideas and the innovation. So this whole ecosystem of education, new modern economy, technical innovation, this is all something that has to work very well.